February 27, 2025, the day that everyone will remember as the moment they thought they would be seeing the release, the complete and total release of the Epstein files. Emphasis on thought. So everybody knows by now that Trump has been promising for a long time, since the last election, to release the Epstein files. Epstein, who was convicted multiple times of human trafficking, specifically trafficking minors to high-level politicians and public figures. And it wasn't only Epstein who was convicted, but Ghislaine Maxwell as well. So obviously everybody was super excited and on the edge of their seats, waiting for these files to drop, because even though Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell were found guilty, they were the only ones found guilty, as if the children were trafficked to nobody. But instead of releasing the Epstein files in their totality for the entire world to see, the Trump administration instead invited a bunch of conservative influencers to the White House and gave them a binder full of redacted files, and it was just a couple of 100 pages. And the names that were released in that binder, everyone already knew were part of the Epstein scandal. In fact, one of the influencers commented anonymously saying that the world will probably be underwhelmed, considering that the document appeared to just be a copy of Epstein's Black Book, which was already first published in 2021, and then it was basically put up for auction and we never saw it again. So basically, we learned absolutely nothing. It was just a photo op for the Trump administration and his supporters. Oh, but it wasn't just the Trump admin that played everybody. Even Congress got in on it, releasing a link claiming to be the Epstein files, but it was actually just a joke that took you to a music video. Yeah, nice to know that Congress actually believes that the trafficking of young children and the desire for accountability for those who participated so seriously. But you know what? If you dig a layer deeper, all of this actually makes 100% sense. Almost all of the influencers that were invited to the White House that were given this binder are rabid Zionists, like Mike Cernovich, who's good friends with Alan Touch's kids. Dershowitz. Or Jessica Reed Krause, who was once seen wearing a Free Ghislaine shirt, referring to Ghislaine Maxwell, who was prosecuted after Epstein was prosecuted. It's important that we all remember Alexander Acosta, who was the judge who originally gave Epstein that sweetheart deal, said that he couldn't give him more time because it was above his pay grade, and that Epstein is working for the intelligence community, specifically referring to the Mossad. And thanks to the extraordinary journalism of Whitney Webb, we also know that Robert Maxwell, father of Ghislaine Maxwell, was an invaluable asset to the intelligence community of Israel, aka the Mossad. So why in God's name would anyone expect a group full of Zionists to receive all the files in their totality that would, of course, implicate Israel, when they've made it clear their job is to carry water for and protect Israel at all costs? Which is why, despite her general support for Donald Trump and her historic support for Donald Trump, Candace Owens was not one of those journalists invited to the White House. Oh, but if you feel deceived, don't even stress. Because you know who probably feels more deceived than you? The literal Attorney General of the United States. Because Pam Bondi was told that she was given all of the Epstein files. And just like us, until yesterday, she thought the 200 pages that she had received were the totality of the Epstein files, only to learn that there were thousands of pages missing. Literally today, February 28th, she's even ordering Kash Patel to do an investigation as to why the FBI lied to the Attorney General of the United States about how many pages were included in the Epstein files and why they didn't give them to her when she asked them to. In other words, we all got played, including government officials. To me, this shouldn't only serve as a reminder to Red MAGA that yes, even Trump's administration is bread and circus for us plebs, but the fact that the intelligence community is literally ignoring direct orders from Attorney General, it means that as deep and as poisonous as we've known this situation to be, it's even worse than that. That's what I got from this. I mean, the government is lying to itself to hide files in order to protect the dead man, or rather, every single high-profile figure that dead man blackmailed. And if the current government is being directed to lie to currently serving government officials, that probably means that those files implicate and include currently serving government officials. Honestly, it's kind of scary to think about how dark all this shit really is.